Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video, but it's not just any Lost Ark video. You bet your britches, boy slash girl, whatever you may be slash identify as. We don't judge here, it's a safe space. It's Friday, it's Arkonomics. You already know this shit. This week though, we got it. I mean, it's less about the market, more I'm gonna talk about the bots, I'm sure. If you play this game and you keep up with it with any sort of regularity, which, I mean, if you're here, you probably do, you already know, but there's been some, ban waves been happening. Anyways, I'll stop the yapping. Well, I'm not gonna stop the yapping. That's literally the whole reason you're here, is for me to fucking run my mouth about literally nothing. But, Blue Crystal prices. 3,900, 3,850, 3,850, 3,850, 4K if you look at the Instabuy. Overall, still surprisingly expensive considering the price of RMT gold and the whole ban wave that just kind of happened. So let me pull it up. If you haven't already seen the Steam charts for Lost Ark and our CCU as of right now, it is struggling, to say the least. Let's take a look here, pull it up. So this is the Steam charts. And what am I looking at here? What am I analyzing? What do I mean? What does concurrent users really mean, first of all? Because a lot of people, I think, are confused as to what concurrent users really mean or what impact they have, right? So, concurrent users online are the current players currently logged into the game. Not necessarily logged into the game, for Steam charts, but this is the current amount of people that have the Steam client registered as them being in Lost Ark. So they have the Lost Ark game open in their Steam client. Why is this important? Well, this is important for a few different reasons. It shows us sort of how many online players there are, obviously, at one point. And I say players lightly. Ideally, they'd be all players, but we know that they're not. A lot of bots have been banned, but still, there are a good amount of bots within this small CCU number, right? And if we go back to a month, just so we can see, we used to be at nearly 100k very consistently. And crazy how we just had like a massive drop-off, because there's been multiple ban waves over the last week. Something like 3 or 4 ban waves is what people are saying from the less scrupulous group of people who partake in such devious activities. And we're actually at a new all-time low concurrent players, which is crazy to me. Which means we are still probably having more ban waves happen, and there probably was another one that happened just recently today. But basically, what does this mean? This means right now we have 13,000 people logged into the game, or they have their client open, and Steam registers them as having Lost Ark open. I don't know how many of these 13k are still bots, but spread amongst 3 different regions, right? You have NA West, NA East, and you have EUC. Assuming all 13k, 14k are real people, that's still quite iffy, right? Split between 3 regions, it's just not good feeling. And we already know that a majority of these players likely are still bots. Like, I want to believe there's 10k real people logged in right now. And, like, I'm recording this at 1 a.m. Pacific time on Friday, May 30th. So you can always use the argument that, like, a certain region isn't online. To be sure, of course. But it's important to not only look at CCU, but look at the peaks again. And the peak in the last 24 hours was just under 30k, which, I mean, is not bad. And even if all of these players were real, this is still not a bad number, all things considered, because this is people online at the same time, or have the game open, like I said. This isn't all of the daily active users, right? I don't know. This is crazy to me. Because I knew there were a lot of bots, but I wanted to believe that there was, like, I don't know, maybe like 60-75% of the player base were bots, but not like from 100k to fucking 13k. And still have a lot of these be bots. The reason I bring this up, obviously, is because it's impacted prices. So, namely, trade skill materials and obviously the gold RMT prices. If you want to look at the gold RMT prices yourself, you can, but they have gone up, unsurprisingly, because bots have been, how you say, taken out back and put down. The biggest culprit, or the biggest crime lord offender man, is Fish. Obviously, Fish were at a very steady, like, I don't know, like mid-20s, low 20s gold. For carp, it's now 50 gold. Whitefish actually have barely changed. They went up like 10 gold maybe. But obviously everything else has went up. Because if carp goes up, then all the other mats go up. And it's just not great. It's not great. I mean, it's great that the bots are banned. Don't get me wrong. It's just not great, like, the number of players that really are human. That makes me sad. As far as other things go, we haven't really seen the price settle down, because like I said, you still have blue crystals being very expensive for what they are, all things considered. Despite the fact that the RMT prices have went up. We'll have to see what happens if they keep banning bot waves, if bots don't keep spinning up. We'll have to see, right? But this has all just sort of happened in the last week, so we'll have to see. It's a wait-and-see angle, you feel me? As far as everything else, like, not much has really changed. It's mostly just the immediate things like trade skill mats and fusion mats, for obvious reasons, because they're the fastest thing to update when supply-demand, all that good stuff, right? I guess let's take a look at Sidereal Energy and see how they're doing. Sidereal Energy have plummeted, unsurprisingly. Again, I think this makes perfect sense, because RMT prices go up, which means the value of gold goes up, because there's less gold being injected into the game, so that means the prices of things should go down, right? Obviously, there's more to it than just that, but that's generally how I look at it. Because it's, I think, the easiest way to understand it, right? Let's take a look at level 10 gems. Level 10, 208, 208, 213, 214, 214. What about a damage gem? What's a damage gem looking like? ATM. Yeah, I'm not surprised that they've went down a good bit too. I expect these to keep going down if the bots stay, how you say, locked up. 400k for a damage gem. Again, we're just really going to have to wait and see. I think this next week is going to be very telling. Whether they stay gone or they come back en masse. We'll just have to see. Let me know what your thoughts are, as always, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you to all to my YouTube members. Consider becoming a member. Help support the channel out. My tier 2s, Blitzel rings my life. I'm Nufu, and all my other members, It's Biscuits, Inder, Diz, Arizike. You guys are all the greatest. I love you all. XOXO. Gossip Girl. I'm out. Bye.